So Relba,
Chiefs used to do it in
Jose
the
Torre
80s.
Yeah, when they were still.
What are you trying to say
they still,
now?
No, they still are. But you know, how they are right now is a different kind of Chiefs altogether. I mean, you can't say no to
I'm
that.
not criticizing Chiefs today. I'm wearing my cap.
I saw a tweet
Today I'm
that
saying nice things only about Chiefs.
Kaizer Chiefs want to reclaim their international dominance.
Which one?
It was a tweet.
Oh,
Chief.
yes. And by the way, I also saw a tweet that was saying that, see, now it's going to be like I'm talking. They were saying Kaizer Chiefs for once, at least they have a trophy coming back to Nigeria.
Which one? The Black Label Cup?
Khune, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they've been winning that thing anyway.
Yeah,
so
shame. So they have some silverware.
It's normal
going
for
home
them.
to them. So congratulations. By the way, let's talk about while we're still at it, while you're still looking there, my friend. The Carling Cup. Did you guys check it out? How was it?
Oh, it was dope. I watched the game and I think it was a great spectacle. And players and fans came out in numbers. And for an exhibition match, I think they really did well. I think we need to give it to Carling Black Label. They know how to market their stuff. And
Yeah.
it was a good game. And
Shout out to Arne, by the way.
yeah,
the brand
and
manager.
what I also liked as well is like players really took it serious, and it was really good to watch, the emotions, and the passion that the players exerted in that match. It was.
Does it matter? Would you say that there were so many spectators because it was not played, in Johannesburg or surrounding areas?
Look, generally, Polokwane, so I'll give you the names now. Polokwane, Putamkaba, Nelson Mandela Bay, Cape Town Stadium, Moses Mabhida, Mbombela Stadium,
Orlando.
And Orlando, in a way, those always like pull numbers, and obviously if you take games in those venues, you will have numbers. And I think it was a strategic move for Carling Black Label to take it there.
It's also, sorry, Marco, it's also a case of, and I think, again, we've spoken about this on the show before. It's a case of if you don't, people in, and no disrespect to people in Polokwane, they don't get to see Itumeleng Khune week in, week out.
Yeah.
Right? And when that one chance presents itself, then they will obviously go.
That's why I was asking about the location. Yeah.
Speaking of Itu, man of the match, said to have 185,000 Rand on the day.
Good for
Hey, that's
him.
not a bad day's work, that, hey?
Yeah.
You can go home, have a cold beer or two or three, and
Look,
just
I mean,
be proud of the work you've done. Now you
I
can.
mean, it's break time, right?
You're right.
So I've got this to say, and in two folds, right? First, about Khune's superstarism, right? I think as South Africans, we don't appreciate that man enough. That guy has been in top flight football for years. And the performance that I saw,
Unreal.
it was unreal. And I mean, that's the Khune that we all fell in love with.
You wouldn't say he was
But
a
won't you
40-year-old.
say? But he was also trying to redeem himself because he's been getting bad press, and it's a great way to come back.
Yeah, look, I think he
But
did.
he doesn't need an excuse to redeem. He's always on a top level.
That's what I'm
Khune is
saying.
the most consistent goalkeeper we've ever
But
seen
we've
in
said
this
on
country.
this show and asked if it's time for him to call it a day.
I don't think so. After that performance on Saturday, I don't think so. And
He's still
I
young,
don't
Musa. Isn't
understand.
he like 32?
Khune is like 30, is 38.
Yeah.
It's
Molalo.
38.
No.
He's
36.
36.
Okay, I thought it was 38. But again, what I'm saying is goalkeeper mature with time. I mean, we know the great goalkeepers,
Brian.
Buffon, but they played until the later,
Botrende.
you remember Butente.
Butende Eshe.
Eshe.
Your William Okpara, they played until they were like really, really old.
Close to the...
to 40, So I don't understand this drive, honestly speaking. Ellen, I don't understand this drive of trying to get Khune to retire from football. I think it's
And
a
I mean,
little bit
it's not his
unfair.
I think that people...
And I think he's still got a lot to offer to South African football.
You're
And
right.
I saw how youngsters were embracing him because that guy is a superstar. And I've never spoken about a Kaizer Chiefs player like I am doing right now.
How many hands were you promised?
I think that a lot of people saying that Itu must retire are either trying to defend his legacy, because when you see stories like the recent stories coming out and you see all of these things sort of tarnishing the name of Khune, I think that maybe people are trying to tell him to retire to protect himself so that we don't see the fall of the legend that is Khune.
So he can remain a
But
hero in his story.
At that performance this weekend, it's like, no, just keep going.
On the contrary, Marco, I think, I think he was used as a scapegoat for Chiefs' failures in a lot of times.
Probably, actually.
You know, and I think it's a bit unfair. You know, you as a team, you lose as a collective, and then you win as a collective. And if I were Kaizer Chiefs, I'll give him another 2 years. I'm just saying.
2 years.
Yeah. There's still a lot in that guy, I'm telling you.
So let me ask you this, ne? With the performance that you saw from him over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
And you were Hugo Bruce, would you have taken him to AFCON?
Look, I mean,
It's not. He's good, but not at that level.
no,
Like
fitness
Ronwen
wise,
Williams
he's not been playing. So I mean, goalkeepers, you want somebody that is like playing games.
No,
week
I
in,
mean
week out.
consistent. If you seen the game from the weekend, and if he was consistently, let's say he was doing that consistently at his age, would you have taken him to AFCON?
If it was Rowan Williams, yes, I would.
Okay, some comments about Khune. Lega Gaba says, so Super Sub must what must we do to appreciate Khune enough? I mean, for me, whatever he does at Chiefs, it doesn't concern, and at a national level, Khune belongs to the batch of losers. Okay, that is harsh. And Matodzi saying that no, Khune shouldn't retire. He should go to Cape Town City.
Okay.
And finally, Bola Mpoza, Khune performs via negative motivation. Whenever he's criticized or is in an instant suspended, he always proves some point, and then the criticism dies down. So is his performance.
So he's seasonal. According to
Something
Bola
bad
Mpoza.
needs to happen in order for him, like I was saying, to redeem himself and come out and prove everyone wrong.
Look.
And then once again, his performance subsides.
Like recently, he had fair share of injuries as well. Let's be honest, you know. And look, I don't know. I just think he's a great athlete, and I think he's always at the end of the stick. You know what I mean?
So
Does
long
he
end.
does he deserve the criticism though?
Not
I don't know. You
necessarily.
criticized him in the derby for a goal that wasn't his mistake. I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't necessarily think so. Like Marco is saying, you know, if he goes on goals and they concede, it's always Khune's fault, you know. And I think he has
if a goalkeeper is there and the ball goes, whose fault is it?
it's the entire team.
This no.
Len, there are situations where you've played football as well, and there are situations where you as a keeper.
There's nothing you can do.
I know, but the way you made it sound is like
I'm saying it's always Khune's fault, even in those ones that he had nothing to
Yeah.
do.
okay.
Okay. Well, two more comments I want to go through here.
Yeah, starting to sound like
Ebenezer
I'm Khune's spokesperson. Yes.
Ebenezer Klungwani says Khune is the Buffon, I assume, of South Africa, aging like fine wine.
I agree with that.
We still have him. We're happy to still have him around.
Like fine
and
wine.
then he got.
Thank you.
He got a response here from Le Kegaba saying, "I feel offended on behalf of Buffon and as a Juve fan." I think he
Wow.
says that he's the Buffon of South Africa. He's
Yeah, I
not
was
saying
gonna-
he's the level of Buffon.
I was going to
because
ask that question also. Like some comparisons are nice, ne?
Buffon of South Africa is not unfair.
No, we're talking about
Of South
staying
Africa.
in one team,
Yeah.
saving the team with stars,
being
being
a top
consistent.
goalkeeper, getting better almost with,
Yes.
as years go by.
Goalkeeper of this and player of the season.
You know,
Isn't
it's probably
he
the last one. who
the
was-
last goalkeeper to actually win player of the season?
Probably is.
In PSL era, I think he's probably the only one.
But wasn't it also because at that time Kaizer Chiefs was flying high?
Well, I suppose.
Well,
Well, load shedding is back, as you can see here.
Rude
So
awakening.
a lot of people saying now he needs to leave so young players can get experience. You know, if the young players can play on his level, I'll agree with that.
yeah.
But
Have you seen that goalkeeper play? The other one,
Peterson or
Peterson.
or Vuma.
Peterson. Have you seen his silly errors that he makes as well?
sure.
But I agree, the more he plays,
With time.
the more he will not make. Khune did not just come out like a mushroom. He didn't mushroom and he was the
Oi.
best goalkeeper.
Of course. But imagine him being there and still learning from Khune.
But sometimes it's not worth the risk.
Yeah, maybe he's just not used as much as he used
How
to.
could I
Used to
try
be
to
used at
Mfana
Kaizer
Kite?
Chiefs.
Hey, yo, super sub, Mr. Super Khune sub.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
the Bafana team. Sorry, just to go through it again for
Yes,
AFCON.
yes.
We
Yes.
digressed. Ronwen Williams,
Sundowns.
Sundowns,
Sundowns.
yeah.
Goss,
Yeah.
and Veli Motwa.
Yeah.
Defenders Obrimutiba, Khomolemo Kekana, Khuliso Mtau, Mutobi Mvala, CBC, Mobi, Sianda Kulu, Tapelo Kroki, Terence Mashego. I'm actually surprised that he's going to AFCON. I must say.
Terence Maseko.
Yes. But that's a story for another day. Tapelo Maseko, Tapelo Morena, Jaden Adams, Mtetwa, Sitole, Teboho Mokwena, Tabang Monare, Elias Mukwana, Evidence Mokopa, Lara Zakele Lepasa, Michali Manyambela, Apolis, Pesitau, and Tembazwan. So yes, majority of players that come concentrated from one team are from Sundowns.
And some former Sundowns players there as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So actually a good squad, and a squad that we can get behind. And Mali's no pushover, physical side.
Yeah.
Who Bafana have struggled against the more physical teams in the past before. But the back line seems quite sturdy.
True. And I reckon, so this is my prediction for this group. I think we're going to beat Namibia.
And Tunisia, because you say...
Tunisia, we've got a chance to beat them. If we don't beat them, we're going to draw against them. But we are going to struggle against Mali.
Yeah. And Peter Shalulile's got Sundowns' number.
So Bafana has got his number.
Yeah, no.
Look, Shalulile is not the same if he's not playing with Tembazwani or
Maseko.
Or Mudiba or who's the South American, the South Americans. He's not
Man, Castro.
Castro.
Man.
but the South Americans
Allende.
who's number 10? The one who's one day is in the team, the other day is not in the team. What's his name, man? Sereno. There we go. Yes.
Sereno.
So, is Shalulile, are you gonna fear him the same when he's not around those other quality type players that are able to go to an Al Ahly or a Morocco and cause havoc there?
Yeah, so it's going to depend on the quality of the team that he is going to be playing with.
Yes. No. Well, yeah.
Yes.
And it's fairly decent because we played a draw against them, right, in one of the warm-ups or a friendly game.
Yeah.
But then it was a friendly.
Okay.
Yeah,
I suppose,
like the win against Morocco, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a friendly.
It was a friendly, but you can take.
And the last time we played Mali, Yaya was done dirty.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Litulonyana, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not Beyonce. Ooh, I take that back. Little Nyan.